Thank you
Well,
for joining us.
I'd like to thank Ervin for everything he said and Lynn for everything that she said, because it's absolutely just what we need at the moment. My work has been with the rescue of the feminine principle, which began to disappear 4,000 years ago. And because of all the things we've been taught to believe and all the emphasis on sin and guilt and separation from the divine, we've been completely programmed to look upon ourselves in the wrong way. And we've got to change that whole formation, really, and understand that we're divine beings, that we're cosmic beings, and that we're here for a purpose, and that the purpose is to do the will of the cosmos. And so this has been my work to bring that message through. And it's coming through Ervin, it's coming through Lynn, and thousands of other people on the planet who are gathering together, really. And it needs to include Putin, because Putin is an example of someone whose psyche has been deeply, deeply damaged, traumatized probably in childhood. He's been brought up in a Stalinist system, which in itself was catastrophic. And the grandiosity that he exhibits and the inflation, hugely inflated ego, is a compensation to his deep sense of unworthiness and also to his suffering that he must have lived through in growing up in that regime. And possibly, I don't know what his parental situation was. But so we have to really have compassion for him as he rapes Ukraine. I mean, it is the most awful experience for all of us to watch, having been through the Second World War and thought that was hopefully the end. And now we're seeing a scenario which could lead to another war. So we have to be extremely vigilant of what our own lives are doing and extremely vigilant in the exercise of compassion and inclusive to everyone. So I think that is about the feminine principle. That is bringing back the feminine principle into our culture. And it's coming back, thank God, through quantum physics and the connection of all of us to everyone else and our connection to the cosmos. And we are really the voice of the cosmos waking up on this planet, which is exciting and thrilling, I think. It's a tremendous responsibility, a tremendous privilege to be of this group of people who are waking up and who are able to hear the voice of the cosmos and pay attention to it, to its call, because this is what my book, The Dream of the Cosmos, was all about, was really responding to the call of the cosmos at this moment in time. So I think that's all I need to say. And thank you for inviting me and for allowing me to say these few words. And thank you, Ervin, for all your work, which has been of great value to me.
And you are a person whom I always admire. It's one of the greatest living spiritual persons in the world. And having you voice this in the way you do is a great, great satisfaction, great reinforcement for the idea that we indeed are embarking on a road which could lead to an upshift. We could, because we are trying to find who we really are, and find out our connection, find out our oneness beyond spirituality, beyond even quantum physics, our oneness in reality, and live it. If we can do that, we will certainly shift up. And if we don't do it, we are in grave danger of shifting, running down. Thank you, Anne, for your spiritual insights, which are more needed today than they ever have been.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I must say, Anne, you've inspired me to remember my good friend, David Loy, who actually is the person that introduced me to Ervin Laszlo, who was Riane Eisler's partner throughout her life, his life rather. He passed recently, and the work that he and Riane have been doing with the Partnership Way addresses, and you know, her wonderful book, The Chalice and the Blade, I think addresses some of the issues that you too have been dedicating your life to. But I did want to just comment and in a small way pay some homage to David, because his life was truly exemplary, one of the most extraordinary human beings I ever met, and so grateful to him for introducing me to Ervin and all that has come from our partnership as Ervin's agent and friend with his book. So just want to acknowledge David's role in really helping humanity so much throughout his lifetime.
Well, I
So-
can say that David has been one of the persons that has inspired and motivated me almost more than anybody else in his life. He's one of the most wonderful persons I've ever met. And it's a tremendous loss, except that I know that his spirit is somehow still with us. We can still live with it. But I'm glad that you can remember David Loy,
Yeah, no,
a great human being.
yeah, he was extraordinary intellect, but even a more extraordinary heart. And that's the rare combination that I think the world needs so much right now.